and the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense: find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Buying time to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be a long day. Richmond, Richmond.
Watson on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Black 99 Philly. Blue 80.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Two jet. Come back. Hey, D-line, let's Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give. This is Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 6! 11, 11. 11, 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Richmond!
After the interception, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here we go. Black 80! 21.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Black 80! 180!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Big stop, D. Big stop.
On 1st down, Watson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check. Two jet. Mike, check. 59.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating point.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Black 80! 180! Hey, go! Here we go. Watch 7.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
One set. Eyes up. One set. Watch 10. Watch down. Green the line.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson flushed out right. Underneath for Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Caught here by Griffin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And now running right through it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 11. Staying open.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And Josh Hill has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
11. Here we go. 180. Check. Motion. I got you. 38's the mic. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Go ahead. Hey. You got to get moving, man.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And fights through one man. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Black 80! 180! Go ahead. Wise motion. Mike 38! Hey, gun. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Here we go. Black
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
20, 180. Mike 38, Mike 38. Set hunt.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. There he goes inside the 30. And he comes back with one complete. And finally marked down at the 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Black 80! Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
11. 3 down. Hey, 180. Black 80. 13. 11. 11. 41's coming. 12. All day, every day. White.
To throw is Garoppolo. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Hey, 12, fellas, here we go. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On play action, now Garoppolo. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
4 down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On first down, it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Green the line! Green the line!
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Butker now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
11,
On first down, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still going. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Hey.
To the air yet again, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Second turn, defense. Black 80! Black 80!
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Two jet.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Reset.
Watson now to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Reset. Two jet.
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Two jet.
Again, it's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Reset.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Come back.
Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the... And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On the ground, Kamara. Got some room at the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Odd. 5 down. Here we go. Play 20.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
120!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Watson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
From the 50, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Down! Green the line! Green the line! Two jet!
On 1st down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
4 down, check.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go. 180. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
We got 3. 3 down. 180. 180. 41. We've got to wedge that out.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's got a moonwalk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Black 80. 180.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
12.
Garoppolo. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
120! 180!
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Forced out to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, here's Watson. He shakes him, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, it's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Come back! Tiger!
Throwing now, Watson going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Reset.
Watson on first down. A quick hitter, complete. It's Fuller. Still fighting for more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.